My name's Helen, I'm 43 and I'm a television presenter. I was diagnosed with breast cancer, in fact DCIS, which is a form of breast cancer, in 2009, so a few years ago now. With mine, it was a very, very large tumour, but it wasn't an aggressive invasive tumour. So my treatment was sort of short and sharp and quite intensive in terms of they gave me a mastectomy. At 37, when I was diagnosed with breast cancer, I wasn't in a relationship at the time, but I was quite happy, single, going out, dating, doing all the usual kind of things. It was quite a significant change that I don't think I fully understood myself at the point when it happened. I think it was thereafter that you start to ask a million questions about how am I going to dress in the same way again, and how are people going to see me, how are men going to perceive me as a woman when I've only got one breast. I had the mastectomy in 2009, it was the January, and I remember going away with some friends in the March, so it was only a couple of months afterwards, very, very, very early on. And we all went away for a weekend, just the girls, and I remember thinking at that point, that's the time I'm out with the girls, it's a weekend away, I should be being chatted up, I should be responsive to men. And it was at that point that I realised I'd changed, my whole mind frame had changed. And it was when I had the reconstruction, and I can remember, because I had an expander where they gradually increased the size and stretched the skin to make the new breast. And the moment of coming around from surgery, and I can still remember it now, I can remember looking down, lying on the hospital bed and looking down and seeing this slight bump and thinking, yes! And in my head, I can remember thinking, all right, maybe it's going to be okay. I think when it came to men, rather than getting initially a negative reaction, because at what point do you tell them you've had a mastectomy? If somebody entered, there's always that point in their minds where they think, okay, she's had cancer, what if it comes back? People think about what they would do. What will I do if I get with this woman and then she gets cancer again? And so it became more than just the physical sense. It became, well, do I have to then deal with their worries about me? So it just changes the whole way that you see, yes, and the way that you believe other people see you as well. When things do start to change, it's like a reawakening, actually. The first time that I even looked at somebody and thought, I quite fancy him, was a moment, my goodness, do I actually quite like him? Almost, could there be anything be stirring here? That was a big thing in my own mind, but it will change. There is a future, there is sex afterwards, there is relationships, there's love afterwards. And yes, you probably will be a different person, and yes, you probably will have a different approach to things, but it will be good, and it does get better.